Good morning, interwebs. I am just putting things away from having filmed my Makes Monday video. It is evening time. I'm gonna say it's like 6-ish, and I'm just sitting out here. It is very nice out today. Well, you couldn't tell from the fact Kuma was like laid out on the ground and the cats are all like sprawled out, like as though it's much warmer than it actually is. But I think it's fairly nice. I'm just gonna move you a little closer. I feel like you're so far away for vlogging. Ooh, you're a little bumpy now, huh? How's that? Does that feel more personal? Do you feel closer? Hi. Hi. Okay. So now that you're closer to me and it's less weird. Not that it's weird when I film a podcast. Not that it's weird when I film the podcast, but it feels weird when I'm just trying to, chat with you. So, having a glass of wine. Last time we were in Manhattan, I went to what we call the licorice store. Because in Kansas, they can't sell alcohol in grocery stores. You can sell beer in like Walmart, but they can't sell wine. And they can't sell hard liquor anywhere. And actually, the liquor store has to be separate from anything else. So, like, even if they sell, like, cigarettes, you will have a liquor store that only sells liquor. And then next to it can be what they'll call, like, a tea store where they'll sell, like, chewing tobacco and cigarettes. And I don't know whatever people buy at those kind of stores, because I don't. And those stores can sell, like, snacks and stuff. But you cannot sell alcohol in them. So, we went to a liquor store. Bought myself another box of wine because I'm classy. And this is Moscato Sangria. And it is sweet and light and delicious. And a nice change up because the last box of wine I got was White Zinfandel. And the boxes of wine last a while. Or at least they should last a decent amount. I try to make them last a while. So, you drink the same wine for a while. So it's nice to have a little change up. I also that day bought a couple of bottles of Moscato, but I have not busted into them yet. Because I told Steve, sometimes you just want to drink wine out of a bottle. Sometimes you just want to say, I only had one glass bottle of wine. That's just how it goes sometimes. But today is the 3rd of July. That's craziness. So tomorrow is Independence Day. And I decided that I'm going to celebrate Independence Day by focusing on my independent business. Isn't that a good idea? Also because Steve has his 4 days off coming up and we don't have to go anywhere because we don't have any doctor's appointments or anything, and Tuesday's library group was canceled because of the 4th, so we only have library group one day, so I just decided that I should put some extra effort into the independent business. So Hooked by Happenstance was getting a little love this week. I started by this morning. My hand is able to hook some. I'm just being careful. I made some coasters this morning. You will see them on the Makes Monday podcast. You should have already seen them because this will come out after that. I always forget that. The filming timeline's weird. Or I'm just weird the way I do it. But it causes me less anxiety. I figured this out. So I could film things in advance, right? Like I've tried to do this. Like back things up and, have like this whole, like things are edited and just waiting to load, and that's great. But it causes me so much anxiety knowing that that thing is just sitting there. Like, it's better to just have it out and gone and done, and then I don't have to think about it. And if y'all hate it, y'all hate it. And if you love it, you love it, and that's great. Because most often people just feel neutral. But I don't have to wonder or worry or... It's better when I can just make it and, like, send it out into the world. I guess that's also just how I function. It's probably part of the reason I procrastinate so badly about things. Like, I remember in school, I would frequently not write my papers till the night before, because even if I wrote things, like, way in advance, I would end up basically starting from scratch the night before in my edits and just rewriting it. And the thing I eventually turned in, and usually did fairly well on, were things that I didn't, like, stress over and try and redo and redo and redo. I just did them and they were gone and they were done, and that was better. Sometimes if I tinker with things, it's not good. Now I should probably tinker with these videos a little more than I do, and if I didn't have like a whole nother life, I probably would, but I do, so I can't spend all my time playing with you. I'm sorry. I don't know why I keep wanting to pet you today. I think I don't know. I'm strange. Do you hear the birds? It's very nature soundy out here too. And it smells amazing. That smell I told you of the fresh cut grass yesterday, like that sweetness has been like just sweetness blowing into the house all day. And yesterday, Steve couldn't smell it, but I got up this morning, I'm like, do you smell that? He's like, yeah, it smells really good. I'm like, huh? It's almost nauseatingly good. Like, it's so sweet and delicious out here. But I'll take it. It's better than smelling like cow poop, which it frequently does. So, that just smells like money, my mom always said, and I agree. Though it's not my money, but it's somebody's money, and that's what it smells like. So, I'm gonna go in, edit some videos. We'll see if I do some more crocheting today, if I've pushed my limit or not. I'm just trying to baby things along a bit. I need to make dinner at some point. I don't know what we're gonna eat. But tonight is the 3rd of July, and the town directly to our east does a fireworks presentation on the 3rd of July every night, or every year, not every night. The kids, as soon as it happens, the kids just repeatedly ask you, when are we gonna have fireworks again? We're gonna fire next year. That's when we're gonna have fireworks again. So they do them over, let's see if I can show you where it'll be. So the fireworks happen in the sky right over there. And we're about, I don't know, 11 miles from the town that has them. So we sit on our porch and we get to watch the fireworks without having to deal with the smoke on the ground, because they shoot them off in like a baseball stadium. So I don't know how the people that sit there and watch them like right in front of them do it, because you can't really see much in that kind of scenario. And we also don't have to listen to the noise, which is good because I don't like it and the rest of our family just doesn't really like it. So it's a very good setup for us. And we will make that happen tonight. I'm supposed to wake Steve up. I forgot that it was tonight. I was thinking it was on the 4th of July. She's like, no, they do it on the 3rd. I was like, oh, that's right. Glad he remembers these things. Because I don't, apparently, right now. I have a calendar. I write things on it. I just apparently don't remember to write everything on it. But then again, they don't really publicize it. You're just supposed to know. Is it that way in any of your towns where lots of things happen and there might be like a poster that comes out a day or two, maybe a week before, but they just assume that everybody knows that this thing happens on this date, so you should just know. I don't always know. So, okay, well, I will try and bring you to see fireworks with us if it happens. We'll see about that. And between now and then, I will do something productive, and I will make dinner. Don't know what dinner's gonna be, and I hope it's tasty. It'll probably be tasty. Yeah, it'll be tasty. It is, I think, around 2:30, and I'm gonna have a snack, hang out a little bit, then I'm gonna go sleep. But I did some crafting tonight. My son's birthday bags are still not done, and I decided that I should rectify that. So here's one of them. This is a biggish one with handle. And let's see if I can set you down. I open these up. For those of you that are interested, my hand is feeling much better, so no worries. I also did some typing out of instructions for my thing I'm going to release tomorrow, so that took up a bit of time. So here are the other two things that I made. We have a like kind of short squatty bag, and then a slightly smaller. I figured these will be good for like pencils and markers and stuff, and maybe even some like little cars. Let me set you down one more time. You can look at Mater. Here is what the interior of the bags are, these blue hearts that he picked. So I still have fabric to make one more of these large bags. It'll have a yellow zipper, and then one of my medium-sized bags, and it will have a yellow zipper as well. So those are still there. They will have to wait for another day, but I feel good that I got some of them done so he can, you know, start using them. And yeah, that's what I was doing tonight. We watched the fireworks. It was extremely dark, which is actually really good for seeing fireworks. Again, as usual, the fireworks show was way longer than necessary. It went from like 10 to almost 10:40, which is a long time to sit and watch fireworks. But it was fairly good. Kids enjoyed it. They were the most well-behaved they've been. I mean, it makes sense. They're just older than they've ever been. But the weather was like perfect. It was nice outside, not too hot, not too cold, because we've had 4th of Julys recently where it has either rained or been incredibly just like, terrible. So it was a nice year. We could see the fireworks in the town we're trying to watch. You could see another one just to the south of it. And then there was a third batch of fireworks even further south from us. But it was very dark. I couldn't get any shots. It did mean I got like an extra 10 minutes of Steve time though, because he was already up and awake for that. Kids went to bed, and then he had a little bit of time before he had to go to work, and it wasn't worth trying to go to sleep for like 10-15 minutes of sleep. So that happened. And now I'm gonna go do my stuff, hang out a bit, and then I'm headed to bed. And I will see you all tomorrow. Nighty night.